It's very difficult to pinpoint when, where, or how exactly this dream of traveling the country began. There are many points through our lives that likely started this dream, this adventure.
For instance, I wonder if it all started in both of our hearts as children, as we romped the forest and trails, swam in the lakes and streams of many campgrounds when our parents took us camping. This would have been the start of knowing the feeling of great adventure into the great outdoors.
That flame in our hearts was likely fanned as we tent camped as young newlyweds, and then as we began to share this adventurous spirit with our two young boys. Certainly, we caught future vision into the possibilities as we camped with the Boy Scouts of America over the course of more than 12 years.
On the heels of becoming empty nesters and simultaneously finishing the building of our dream home, we realized it had been years since the two of us had done anything just for the fun of it. What did we decide to do? We went out that day and purchased a new tent, nice cots, and a new camping stove. We dug out our old lantern and our sleeping bags, and off we went, back to the woods, back to where our hearts and souls found peace and rest from the hectic world we lived in, back to the places where life slowed enough to hear the voice of God.
Then there were certain specific moments in time where we began to push the edges of taking off on an extended super journey.
Like the time around 1980 when we traded in our fancy Pontiac Firebird Formula to buy a stripped out van. We were going to make it our home on wheels by building in a bed, storage, etc. Our naive plan was to travel as far as the money we had would take us, work at McDonald's or something equivalent to make a little more money, then hit the road again. We wanted to see the country. That was an exciting dream until Bob landed a job that was career-oriented. We abandoned the dream, but our Heavenly Father was watching and remembering our heart's desires. We also used to tell our young sons that when they grew up and left home, we were going to sell everything, buy a motorhome, and travel all the time. If we wanted to see them, we would just park in their driveways and visit for a while. Bob and I laughed so hard as they protested loudly at that idea. We thought we were just teasing them, but could that have been wishful thinking?
So you can see that the idea of becoming full-time RVers has been planted by drips and drops in our hearts for most of our lives. I think we never dared to believe it would happen. Never believed we would be able to afford it. We were afraid to dream that big, until now.
So, now, we are on the verge of seeing this dream come true. We don't know exactly how it will all unfold. We don't know how long we can sustain this lifestyle. But we can tell you this: as God allows us, we plan to see as many square miles of this beautiful country as we possibly can. We plan to soak in all the sights, the sounds, the smells, and all the peace and tranquility of His creation that our souls can absorb. Won't you follow along with us? to. So we're on the road though. That's what counts.
Yeah, not without some issues. Realized our battery is shot, so
There's that.
so we need another battery. So here we go, starting off the trip before we ever get out of the driveway. We got our first problem.
Yep.
Our first bump, no biggie.